During this class, we are going to meet a new friend, and this friend is going to be introduced by PHP Artisan 2. And this is called PHP Artisan Tinker. And you are going to be very excited about how it works because we are going to be using this along the course as well to constantly check the structures that we create, the new functionalities that we implement, the features of the framework, and of course to verify on real-time executing and checking the results of every process that we create across the classes. So if we issue PHP Artisan Tinker, what it is going to do is to open up, let's say, shell called Tinker, where we can interact on real time, as I said, with PHP and with our project structures. That means the Laravel components that we have already created and the ones that we can be creating during the following classes across the course. So, for example, there exists a function called run on PHP. This is just PHP, nothing to do with Laravel, where we can create, of course, numbers between 1 and let's say 10. So you can see how immediately in real time we executed this. We didn't have to go to a view and debug and show the element. Now we just go to the console, executed PHP Artisan Tinker, and we can verify if, for example, the function run is going to do what we need, which is in this case, of course, obtaining a random number between 1 or 10. So this is working perfectly, but we can even return and obtain results from Laravel structures. Let's introduce basically a concept called helpers in Laravel. There are some helpers for string, and let's say we can obtain the plural form or any word using the plural function from string. So let's say, what is the plural form of apple? Well, it is of course apples. And what is the plural form of person? Well, it is of course people. You can see this is of course just a small functionality. The main idea here is not just to show you what is doing string plural or what is doing random. No, it's to show you that you can interact and execute PHP code in real time and interact with the Laravel components, for example, with the string helpers to obtain results. Verify that everything is working as you need and that, for example, as we are going to see later, that something that you create, a model, a relationship, a migration, a factory, whatever that you are creating in the following classes is working properly and is returning the corresponding result that you need, because you can see here it is not only executing the code, it is showing you the results of that. So this is a very simple but very powerful tool and concept that you can use. I invite you to start exploring with this, verifying the documentation if you prefer to feel more comfortable and confident with this, but start executing something. Try to execute some helpers, try to execute some PHP functions that you already know, some code. Let's just say, for example, x is equals to 10, and then you have x divided by 2 or something like that. Well, you will have everything working on real time, as I said, obtaining the results, and you can verify everything easily with PHP Artisan Tinker. So if you are curious about something that you can play with using, of course, Laravel structural components, you can go and check for the Laravel helpers. You can search for this here, Laravel helpers, of course, and there you will have a lot of functionalities that you can use, for example, related with arrays, related with the paths, related with strings. So you can see here, for example, the string plural. You can see, for example, the string random, etc. So let's say, for example, we can use a string random to obtain, for example, a random string with the corresponding length. So we can put this here. Let's say, for example, we want a 10 characters random string. So there you have, and you can change, for example, to 20 and etc. Again, you can go here, try to use some of them. Some of them will work properly. You can go, feel confident with the helper. Those are basically global functionalities that you can use across the project. And of course, during every single class, and for some classes specifically, we are going to use some new helpers. You are going to use the helpers for the paths, for the strings. Again, feel confident with your code. try to interact in real time with your project, with your current structure, with the PHP code, and we are going to be using this in the following class to start exploring some additional features with Laravel, which is related this time with the configuration and the environment. So, see you there.